Grade 12's question number 3, paper 2, the isometric drawing. That is what we are going to be dealing with now. What is given to you is a front view, top view, and a right view. This here is the front view. Why? Because this is the top view directly above the front view, and this here is my right view on my right hand side. Very importantly, to understand the position: front view, top view, right view. Look at it. There is a base there that has 2 slots in the side. There the slots are indicated on that side and the other side, and there is it indicated with a dash line, so you need to make sense of that. Then on top of that base there is a hexagonal raised section, which basically has a web, which is that little part here that runs slant like that. But you will also find that this hexagonal shape on top has a halfway drop down. So half is up and half is down on different levels. So you can see it there with the line there. So you have to interpret that as it is there. If you want to make a little sketch of it, you're probably going to do something like this, where you're going to draw the, and please take note of B. B is the starting point. So if you draw this here along that side there, you know that is 88. So if you draw 88, and I just want to plan how we're going to do this. I just want to make sure that we have absolute clarity. So I'm going to draw that side, which is that part here of my base, and then I'm going to draw that, the other side there of my base. So I'm going to draw my base like that. I'm going to have these slots here, one there and one there, and it's going to run along that side there. So you can do that. Okay, that's no problem. Then on top of that, you will have to have this hexagonal shape, which is going to be here, and I just want to draw that shape in there. So you will have to draw an auxiliary view and then have that shape there. Okay, and that shape is going to look like something like that there. Okay, going like that. So, and then there's going to be a drop section here like that there. So you're only going to see this halfway, and then there's going to be a circle in there which runs right through. So that is basically what you are going to draw, an idea of what you. Now you're going to actually convert this idea to an actual 3D shape. So what I'm going to start with basically is just to get my base in. My base, and I'm going to start with my 3 lines. Line up, line that way, line the other side there. Okay, now that being B, so B, this side here is going to be 88. I'm going to measure very quickly 88. There's 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 88 there. And then along my height here of my base only is 26. So 26, that's 3. 26 is just 1 above 25, which is there. I'm going to mark it there. And then along the other side, which is going to be that there, which is this side also here as well, is 84. So I'm going to go 84. 84 is going to be right there. Just by having that, I can project all my lines so that it becomes that base shape which I see there. That way I'm drawing very fast and very inaccurate, but I'm pretty sure yours is going to be much more accurate than mine. Okay, that is, and there's my base. I'm going to put in my slots on the side here, and my slots, I would see if I work it out. It is going to be 18 from the bottom up and 18 from the top down. So let's just see how that works out. So it's 18 which is here from the top down, and 18 from the top up. There's 18, that is 18 there, and there we have that measurement. So you're going to have it this side and that side, this side and that side, which is fine, and then you're going to run it along this edge here, there, and then obviously you're going to have a little return that side there. You can see already taking shape, and then in it goes by 18 both sides here, so you can have 18 here, and I'm gonna have 18 there. There I cut it off for my 18, and I will have this as a return going that way, and that probably as a return going that way. Those are very important. Now you can see the shape as it is there, right? It's very faint, so I am going to darken it a little bit later. Now to get that perfectly in there, this you have to box like that, right? You have to box it like that. So you have to draw this shape. I'm going to draw it here as an auxiliary view. So I'm going to start with this bottom line, which is 34. So bottom line 34. I'm going to measure off 34, and that's my start. 34 is going to be there. And then I know this has an angle like that, and it has an angle like that. So I'm going to draw my angles in there and there. So how long is that edge? 34 as well. There's my 34. There's my 0. I'm just going to halfen that like that, so that I find that point there as well, and then I'm going to return it that way, and I'm going to return that way, and I can just make sure that I mark this up here, and then take it across, and then boom, there I've got my hexagon. But now I'm going to box it, so I'm going to extend that there, and I'm going to put this nicely in a box like that there. Okay, let me just put that little thingy down. So now I've got my box, right? I know that this here of my box is 34, and if I measure these here, I'm going to find it's 17 here, 17 over there. Okay, which is perfect. So the full length according to that hexagon there, which is 17 plus 17 is 34. So you're going to have, calculator, 17 plus 17 plus 34 equals 68. So the entire thing here is 68. And now I want these ones here as well. So I'm going to measure that. That is going to give me 30 here and another 30 here, which is basically going to be 60. This whole thing is 60. So I've got 68 by 60. So I'm now going to take this and I'm going to import it here, right? So to get it perfectly center, I can either say, I can say like this is 68, that there, according to my measurement here, is 88. So 88, which is this side here, and I need to get that perfectly in half, minus the 68 that I have here. Now I'm going to go calculator, 88 minus 68 equals 20, right? And I want half this side and half that side, divide by 2, bang, it's going to give me 10. So I'm going to measure 10 millimeters here, and 10 millimeters that side, and then I'm going to box that there. So this is that part slotting in there, right? I want to check, is it 68? Yes, it is 68 on the dot. Then to the front from the back, because the front from the back is going to be 60, so I'm going to measure that 60 over there. So there's my 60, and there I have that over there, right? I've got that box over there. I'm going to take that box and inflate it. So up goes my box, that side, that side, that side there, and I can put this back part there as well. The box here, you can see this height here, all right? If I go to this side here, it's 114 the whole thing, but I must take the 26 away, then it's going to give me that there. So on my calculator, I'm saying 114 minus, and the 26 is the base part there, 26 equals 88. So I'm going to measure on this line here, I'm going to take that line and measure 88 on that line there. So 88 is going to be right there, right? So maybe there. Right, now I'm going to take that right around that way there, and I'm going to return it that way there, and I'm going to just bring it down that way. So there's my box. Let me clean up a bit here, that space. Now I'm going to import, firstly, I'm going to import my hexagon in this space here. So import it there. So here at the back, 17. So 17 is going to be there, and then 17 is going to be theirs, right? So now I can take the two 17s and just project it to the front section here, there, and then project it here, which is there. And then I need a halfway mark here, which is going to be 30 and 30. So there's going to be, that's 60, that's going to be 30 there. Slightly inaccurate from my side, but I'm working with. Now I can actually have that faint hexagon in there. So let me put it in there quickly, hexagon there. Right, there and there. But remember what I said, it's only half going to be on top here. So I'm going to draw a line there. And the other half is going to be at the bottom here. So let me draw another half there. I'm going to take that away just to clear some space here. So that half is going to be here. This half is going to drop. How far from this base here? 50 up here, 50. So I'm going to go and measure. There's my 50. Right, there's my 50. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go that way. And I just need to go halfway there, because that is going to come down. This is going to come down. That's going to come down. I can now just project that there, which is parallel to that. And there I've taken my part down halfway that side. And then when I bring that point down on that halfway line there, I know that this line will meet up there like that. So this is the one half, that is the other half there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me darken some of the shape, just to make sure that you can see what's happening here. Especially this I can darken afterwards. So, right, let's do this. In fact, just before I do that, I'm just going to put in this little part here, which is the web. Now the web falls between this section and it runs down until here. So halfway, perfectly in the half here, which that is 88. This is 88, so I'm going to go 44. 44 is half here. There's my 44, right? That's my 44 there. So there is my 44. So I'm going to go halfway here in between this section. So that is 34. So it's going to be 17. So 17 is going to be perfectly there. Okay. Now what you need to remember, that's the center, which is right here in the center. So this thickness here is going to be 10. So you got to go 5 on both sides. So if I have my middle, I'm going to go 5 this side and 5 that side, and the same thing here. In the middle, I'm keeping this 5 this side and 5 that side. And this is the non-isometric line where I just draw that line there, I draw that line there. And now, once I have that, a corner is created here, and a corner is created there. Right? That's now done. Then I just want to bring this down until that point there. Okay, and then I want to bring this down as well until that point there. So now I'm going to bring this down as well till there, and that point is going to go down until that point there. So what you need to know is that that would have been there. That would have been there if this was not here, and this would have been there. So that line is going to be the first line at the bottom. This now going to slant that way, right? So this from here is 55, so you can just check here, sorry, 50, that's 50, so this has to be 50 as well, so that 50 is going to be perfectly, yeah, so I'm going to dot that 50 there, and this is going to go right till there. Okay, that's going to be parallel. That's going to be parallel. That's going to be parallel to this line over here, and then we can darken that. We can darken that, and then we just need to get this part over here, which is that way as well. Just keep in mind that from here to here is 88, or you can do the 50s, that's 50. But if you take it 88, this is 88 till there, so you need to have these all 88. So I'm on to do the 88, that's 88 there, and I mark it right here and there, my 88, and I draw this line in there. That line is now parallel to that line over there. Okay, now the last thing that I want to do is I want to create my circle here, because half of my circle is going to be here and half of my circle is going to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw both, and I will just use, the construction will be on both, but I will just use half that side and half here. Okay, this I'm going to remove slightly because I don't need that over there. That corner is actually gone now. Okay, so let's start over top here. I've got a center here, and I want to create another center here, which is basically, if I measure that, that's 68, and if I go to my calculator and I say 68 divided by 2, that's going to give me 34, so 34 is going to be perfectly there. Right, so I want to create my center there first. So there's my center, right? I'm going to follow the same procedure here, but I'm first going to do it on top here, so that you can see what I'm doing. So that's my center of that circle here. So the circle is in fact 34, so which means that I've got to box that circle from the center 17 in all directions. Right, 17. So I'm gonna, there's my 17 point. So I'm gonna mark that there, and I'm gonna mark 17 here, which is 30, 34 is gonna be there, and then I'll go to the other directions, which is 17 this way, and 17 the other way, which is 34. Now, box. That's the box I'm going to create around my centers that way. That way. Now I've got my quads. Okay, that's my quads over here, and I want to mark it clearly that I'm going to work in this space over there. That's the space I'm going to be working in, so that you're not confused. That's my crossing. Okay, so I'm going to do the same here later, but let's just first work on top. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to connect the two acute like that there, and then open a frame, V frame like that there, and a V frame like that there. Right, there's my V frame. This is pretty easy. I need that corner arc here and that corner arc here, those two. For that, I need this one. So let me put that in with my compass. So the first one I'm going to do is this one. I need that. So I'm going to darken that immediately. Right, there we go. So there, I'm going to darken that. I need that there. And I need this here, which is going to be from this point over there that I created. So I'm going to put my compass point over there, please. And I'm going to connect that. So I just want to extend my pencil a bit. Here we go. I'm going to connect that to that point over there. So here, there it is. That's what I need. I don't need these two. Okay. I'm going to follow the same procedure here at the bottom. Let's do that quickly. So I have my center line firstly there. Alright. And I can just bring my middle line projected down, which is going to be there. Right. So now I've got my middle point. That's my middle point. So now what I want to do is do my whole 17s all sides again, right? Or you can project it down if you want to, but I want to show you. So that's my 17. That's my 17 here, and that's my 17 on the other side, 34. Remember, those are those 2 points here, right? Those are those 2 points. And I'm going to work my 17 magic along this side as well. There's my 17 and 30, 34. That's, that's there. And then I'm going to take my 17 that way, which I've done, and I'm going to take my 17 this way here, 34. And now I'm going to draw my box, that side and that side. And I clearly want to mark it again. So you're going to work in this space over here. There, that's my box, and that's my midpoint. The same way, I am going to connect the two acute angles, which I did, and my V-frame again, that way and that way. There we go. So now I need these two arcs here. I'm going to need that corner for this one here, and I'm going to need that corner for that one over there. Let's put that in. Let's put that in. I'm going to just put my compass point there, and I'm going to arc that part there, and I'm going to put my compass point here and just arc that way there. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So that's that part over there, and then I'm going to connect that corner to that corner over there, and this corner to that corner over there. Okay? So once you have that, all you have to do is to darken, and I'll quickly show you how to darken all of these very quickly. That line goes down there. That one goes down there. This one goes down here. That one only goes halfway there. And then we will have that there, that there, that there. That's halfway. Halfway it goes around. You already have this here, you already have that there. This is a hole that goes right through, you already have that. So you will have that corner there, this corner here, that corner till there, that till there, and this muck of a corner here, there. Right, let's do this web. This web can go from there to there, there to there. And then you're going to have this corner over here, that corner over there, that corner over there. Alright, so now we can do these corners over here. So one, that one, this one over here, the bottom one. Let's go to the other side. It's going to be that one there. It's going to be there, half, part there, part there, part there. And the bottom one goes right through. Then you put in this, put in that, put in this over here, that there, that there, that there. And these edges here, there. Don't forget about the return going that way, the return going that way, and the return going that way. Okay, and then just lastly these extra ones that fade back there, and that one that fades back there. that one there. This of course is there already. That of course is there already. That goes right through. So all your hard lines are in there. Alright. I hope that's going to help you with the question number 3, isometric drawing. Please focus particularly on this with how the hexagon is imported into the actual 3D drawing.